This is With You, a Maeve Sharp mystery, Book 5, written by Rylie Dark, read by Caroline. Prologue. Audrey's head swam as she tried to remember where she was and how she had gotten there. She looked down. She saw that she was wearing what appeared to be a mermaid-fitted wedding dress. She tried to remember putting it on, but couldn't. She looked up and saw that she was standing opposite a man whose face was blurry, shifting in and out of focus. She tried to place him. He looked familiar. Did they know each other somehow? But his face was a hazy blur of indistinguishable features. Her body felt heavy. Her mouth was dry as the desert. She tried to ground herself by looking at the room around her. There were 3 rows of white pews and wood panelling on the wall. She saw a man standing nearby in an Elvis impersonating costume, but she wasn't sure if he was real or not, perhaps just the invention of her confused mind. Next to her, there was a man standing in a long white robe. She thought that he was saying something, but she couldn't be sure. There were bouquets of fake roses on each empty pew, and an arch above her of fake flowers of every kind. How had she gotten her? She tried to rack her mind for the memory, but the memory of what happened just wasn't there. If she could just sit down and close her eyes, then she would feel well enough to figure it out. She must have been drinking, that much was clear, but she didn't remember drinking that much. She was pretty good at handling her liquor. It usually just made her feel a little spacey. But now she felt like she was about to topple over if she didn't sit down. Her eyelids weighed heavy over her eyes. She couldn't think straight. The world seemed to be slipping in and out of focus. Why do I feel like this? She didn't know where the question came from or how she managed to ask it of herself. The man across from her was smiling. She could tell that much. The bright lights all around her made everything feel like a dream. Maybe that's all this was. A dream. She'd wake up in her own bed with a bad headache and make a promise to herself never to drink again. The man across from her took his hand in hers, and then a shining ring appeared on her finger. Even though she could barely think straight, she was impressed by the ring's beauty. She had never thought much about diamonds, but looking at the sparkling object on her finger, she understood the appeal. "Now, it's your turn, sweetheart," said the man opposite her. There was a gold band in her hand. It had appeared there by magic. He held out his hand to her, and she realized that this was the part where she had to move. She had to put the ring on his finger, but her arms felt like they were made of lead. She managed to raise her hands to his, but couldn't get the ring to fit over his first knuckle. "That's okay, sweetheart. Let me help you with that." He wrapped his hand around hers and helped her, sliding the gold band so it...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?